Page number 174. Accounts and records and e-way bill. Accounts and records and e-way bill. In this, page 174, accounts and records. What are the records to be maintained under section 35? So there are two sections. This accounts and records is a new chapter that they have added. So if you see now, in 2 pages, accounts and records is over. Section 35, 36 and other points over. Then e-way bill only. Got it? So it's a small topic. Usually we skip and go, and what they do is that in one question they will add this for 2 marks or 3 marks, because of which we cannot attempt for full marks. One more point which I advise to you all is that please try to attempt for 100 marks. If you are able to attempt for 100 marks, definitely the possibility of success is more high and aggregate problem will not be there. When you attempt itself for 70 marks, don't expect 50 and all. You attempt for 70, you get 40s only. You attempt for 90s, you are in 50s. You attempt for 100 marks, definitely your score will be somewhere in 60s easily. Attempt does not mean writing the question number and coming, okay. So I mean you need to write the answer for that, okay. So see this section 35, what are the accounts and records to be maintained by every registered person? There are some accounts and records like I formats. These are the accounts and records. Again, don't write the mnemonic in exam, you write like pointers. Every registered person as per section 35 is required to maintain the following accounts and records. Point number 1, I formats. What is I? Inward supply, accounts related to inward supply. F, foreign trade. Foreign trade means what? Import and export. O, outward supplies. Outward supplies means sales, etc. Okay. Then I, F, O, R, RCM. Out of those inward supplies, on what and all inward supplies you need to pay GST under RCM, that records also you need to maintain. Then M, manufacture related. So manufacture related means what goods you are manufacturing, etc. and all that production related records. A, advances received, paid or adjusted. Then T, tax details. Tax details means input tax and output tax. Then S, stock details means closing stock, which place you have maintained, how much stock is there, etc. All these records to be maintained. So tell once again, I, inward supplies. F, foreign trade means import or export. Then O, outward supplies. Then R, RCM. M, manufacturer production. A, advances received, paid, adjusted. T, tax details. What tax? Input tax, output tax. Yes, stock details. Now, how you need to write, I will teach you written. Whenever you get a question, what are the accounts and records to be maintained? As per section 35 of CGST Act, a registered person is required to maintain the following accounts and records. A, all accounts and records pertaining to, see directly don't write inward supplies. All accounts and records pertaining to inward supplies along with inward supplies you are purchasing from whom? From whom? Suppliers. Along with details of the suppliers, with what documents you will have on purchase? Invoice, debit note. Invoice, debit note, credit note, then delivery challan. Okay. Then e-way bill. Along with the details of invoices, debit notes, credit notes, delivery challans and e-way bill. You understood? You have to remember this, but you need to add masala, tinkering work before, after, etc. and all, and you need to write like that. So then definitely you will get full marks. If you write only this if it is a 4 marks question, you will get only 2 marks. Write these extra points. So therefore all these extra are general things. So if you write that, definitely 4 out of 4. Little bit effort if you are putting, you will get extra 2 marks. It's good only, na? Why should we waste that? Next, second point what you write, that is A. B, what you will write? All records pertaining to don't write foreign trade, pertaining to import of goods or services and export of goods or services along with supporting documents. Okay, then C, all accounts and records pertaining to outward supplies along with outward supplies to whom? Recipients, along with details of recipients with tax invoices, debit notes, credit notes, delivery challans and e-way bill. Got it? Then next point, out of the inward supplies, those inward supplies on which the person is required to pay GST under reverse charge mechanism. One more thing, avoid short forms. To the extent possible, write full. Avoid short forms. RCM means in that answer, in the first place where you are writing, write reverse charge mechanism in brackets RCM, and thereafter next you use RCM. At least one time in that answer, if there is any abbreviation, write full. Thereafter you write the abbreviation. Is it clear or not? Next. Thereafter, next. M, all accounts and records pertaining to the goods manufactured by such registered person, along with details of goods produced, goods lost, goods destroyed during the production, like the general thing you write. Next, all accounts and records pertaining to advances received from whom? Customers, and advances paid to suppliers and adjusted against what? Final payment to be made. You got it? Then tax details, all accounts and records pertaining to input tax, that is tax paid on inward supplies and tax payable on outward supplies. Then all accounts and records pertaining to the stock of goods manufactured or procured. You got it? So like that, don't write just one point, write little bit, at least two lines like that you write, so that the answer will be pakka. Next, in this, two accounts and records are not required to be maintained by a person opting for composition scheme, that is T and S. So for them what it is? I pharma, TS is not there, I pharma. Same answer for every question. You understood? I pharma, the T and S not required for a person opting for composition scheme. Now see below, as per section 35, where these accounts and records to be maintained? The above accounts and records to be maintained by every registered person in principal place of business and records pertaining to additional place of business in each additional place of business. Focus. I have registration in Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, I have 4 places of business. Chennai is my principal place of business. Coimbatore, Madurai and Salem is my additional place of business. Now, in Chennai, my principal place of business, I need to maintain the accounts and records related to Chennai, Coimbatore, Madurai and Salem. But in Coimbatore, I have to maintain the accounts and records relating to only Coimbatore. In Madurai, only Madurai. In Salem, only Salem. Only in principal place, all records to be maintained. But in additional place, only records pertaining to that additional place. Got it? Next. What is the period for which these accounts and records should be maintained? Normally, it is 6 years from the due date of filing annual return. What is the due date of filing annual return? 31st December of succeeding financial year. Example, for financial year 2024-25, what is the due date of filing annual return? GSTR 9. GSTR 9 is the annual return. What is the GSTR 9 due date? 31st December 2025. Okay, 31st December 2025 plus 6 years. What is plus 6 years means? That is 31st December 2031. Till that time, we need to maintain the accounts and records pertaining to financial year 2024-25. Is it clear or not? Next. This is when normally it is like this. Financial year, due date of GSTR 9, that is annual return, from there plus 6 years. And this 6 years, you write it as months also, because in some places it is used as 6 years, some places they have used as 72 months. So better you write as both 66 years or 72 months. Both are same only, 6 years. 1 year is 12 months. So 6 into 12, 72 months. You got it. Next, suppose for this financial year, we went for an appeal. So in this financial year, there is a tax dispute. And on that tax dispute, we went to an appeal. And appellate authority gave the decision. Appellate authority gave the decision. On which date they gave the decision? Say they gave the decision on 25th September 2031. So for this financial year, we went for an appeal. And when we went for an appeal, they gave the decision on 25/9/2031. Now, what is the period for which we need to maintain the accounts and records? A, normal time limit. What is that normal time limit? 31st December 2031. B, 1 year from the outcome of this decision. This decision they gave na appeal authority. After this decision also you need to maintain accounts and records for 1 year. Because in this 1 year, department may go for appeal. See, the decision is in your favor. Department may go for appeal. At that time, court will ask to bring the records. I'll say, no sir, 6 years over, records are gone, like that you cannot say. So 1 year from the appeal date, that is appeal outcome date. What is the appeal outcome date? 25/9/31 plus 1 year. What is that? 25/9/32. So 31st December 2031 or 25/9/2032, whichever is earlier or later? Later, whichever is later, that is 25/9/2032. Till that time, we need to maintain the accounts and records. That is this. You can see here, 1 year from the disposal of appeal proceedings or 72 months, that is 6 years from the due date of filing annual return, whichever is later. Till that time, we need to maintain accounts and records. Okay. Then, every transporter or warehouse keeper, even though unregistered, there is a special provision for transporter and warehouse keeper. Even though they are unregistered, they should obtain unique enrollment number and maintain necessary records. Generally, these I formats is applicable only to a registered person. See there, the above records to be maintained by every registered person, correct or not? But even though there is a warehouse keeper or a transporter, even though not registered, but they should maintain some records and should obtain a unique enrollment number. So far we have seen 3 people to obtain unique enrollment number. Who are they? Number 1, supplier of goods through e-commerce operator who is making intrastate supplies. Number 2, transporter. Number 3, e-commerce operator. This also can be asked as a theory question. Who are required to obtain unique enrollment number? Only 3 people are required to obtain unique enrollment number. Number 1, every supplier of goods through e-commerce operator if they are not making interstate supplies. Number 2, transporter. Number 3, e-commerce, that is warehouse keeper. Okay. And sir, whenever their aggregate turnover exceed threshold limit, then they will register. Okay. So warehouse keeper, transporter. Then next, see this. What are the accounts and records to be maintained? Additional records. That is given in Rule 56. Section 35 read with Rule 36. As a Rule 56. See the first one. Everyone is required to maintain I formats. That is general. What we are learning is other records or elimination from these I formats. First, being a manufacturer, I formats they need to maintain. Plus extra what they need to maintain if they are a manufacturer? Process accounts. Process accounts means you prepare and costing. Process accounts, that, and details of waste and byproducts. In that itself, we get the waste and byproduct details, that also. So literally, your process costing you need to follow. Got it? And you need to maintain for a manufacturer. Got it? Next, trader. See, because we don't know, in exam they can ask any question. They can ask what are the records to be maintained by manufacturer, what are the records to be maintained by agent, what are the records to be maintained by a person opting for composition scheme. So this variation you need to remember. Okay, manufacturer what? Come on, all accounts and records, extra process accounts and details of waste and byproducts. Then trader, everything except manufacture. They are not doing manufacture na. So that's why everything except manufacture, but other records not required. Service provider, everything other than manufacture, correct, because service provider will not do manufacture, but extra what they need to maintain is details related to goods or services utilized in outward supply. Listen, I'll give you my example. I am engaged in sale of books plus also providing sale of lectures. For sale of lectures also I will be giving book free. You understood? Sale of lectures, sale of books. For sale of lectures also I will be giving books for free. Now sale of books alone is exempted. Sale of lectures is taxable, but I procure the paper. How much of the paper is used in books for sale of books? How much of the paper procured is used in books for sale of video lectures? Is it clear? This utilization should also be maintained. Records related to purchase I will maintain, records related to sales I will maintain, but how much of the purchase is used in what sales, that utilization table also I should maintain. Is it clear or not? That is this. Details related to goods or services utilized in outward supply. Then composition scheme, what accounts and records they need to maintain? I pharma, TS not required. Then agent, what are the accounts and records to be maintained by agent? Everything pa, everything. I formats plus extra. They enter into contract with every principal na. So principal will authorize them to act as an agent. That copy of authorization, copy of contract, details of authorization from each principal. Then in consignment chapter you would have studied, every consignment agent will send the account statement to the consignor. In that account statement they will mention how much sales is made, how much commission they deducted, etc. That account statement also should be maintained. Account statement, statement of accounts with respect to each principal. Got it? So tell me, as an agent, what are the extra records? Come on. Authorization from each principal and statement of accounts with respect to each principal. Then works contractor. Works contractor is required to maintain what are the accounts and records? Everything other than manufacture, because works contract is a service. So manufacturer not required. In addition to that, records separately with respect to each contract, means contract wise they need to maintain records, and payment received with respect to each contract. For every contract, how much is the payment received? Why? Because in construction contracts, AS7, AS7, when you recognize the income, what you will do? So total contract price, that is like into payment received till date divided by total payments. That is one of the method for determining percentage completion. For that reason they are telling every contract you maintain how much payment received, so that it will be easy to determine the percentage completion, and based on that you can recognize your profit on contract. Got it? That is why payment received with respect to each contract we need to maintain separately. Then registered transporter. Registered transporter will maintain what accounts and records? Everything, but he is a service provider, so except manufacturer, and in addition to the details of goods transported. Next, unregistered transporter. Unregistered transporter not required to maintain I formats. Why? This I formats is required to maintain only by a registered person. Unregistered person not required. However, unregistered transporter is required to obtain unique enrollment number and maintain necessary records. What are those necessary records? Now wait, don't see. You tell me. You are a tax officer, pa. You are a tax officer, and I am an unregistered transporter. You tell me what records you expect from me. What records you need, so that I need to maintain that. You tell me. Use your brain as a tax officer. Goods transported, awesome. Whatever is the goods that I am transporting, I need to maintain that. Next, person, consignor details, consignee details. Which person goods, from where I transported to. So, starting point, ending point, super. Next, first you said description, consignor details, consignee details, then starting point, ending point, etc. What else you need? Value of those goods, very good. Value of those goods. Invoice means value of those goods, etc. Next, vehicle. Which vehicle I am transporting. During this transportation, whether I kept the goods anywhere. So all these details you need, correct? Now you read. Description of goods, consignor details, consignee details, vehicle details, delivery address, done, you understood? So next, being a warehouse keeper, registered warehouse keeper, what records I need to maintain? I formats. As I am a service provider, manufacturer records not required. And being a unregistered warehouse keeper, what records? I formats not applicable, because I formats is only for a registered person. Being an unregistered person, should I obtain unique enrollment number? Yes. And I need to maintain necessary records. Come on, activate your brain and tell me. I am a warehouse keeper, unregistered warehouse keeper. You are a tax officer. What you expect from me? Details of goods stored. Next. Value. Next. Whose goods I am storing? Next. Period. Very good. What is the date on which I deposited? What is the date on which I cleared? Next. Suppose in this, if there is any loss, possible, na? So these details are required. See there. Description of goods, value of goods, details of depositor, date of deposit, date of disposal. In this, any goods lost or destroyed. Easy pa. So these are the records to be maintained by every registered and unregistered person, being a warehouse operator or a transporter. Got it?